Hello, my name is Valeria Contreras, and I am the Advocacy Director for A Plus Colorado.
And I am Juliet Siebold. I am the District Program Associate for Democrats for Education Reform. And today we have with us
Anataly Uribe. I am a kindergarten teacher at McGlone Academy.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Anataly. We're so excited to have you again. I can't believe it's been a month since we last spoke to you, but we are super excited about your interview the last time, and we just wanted to follow up with you again. So our first question for you is just to ask how you're doing and how you're feeling about online learning now that I think school is out, right?
Yeah, we have exactly a week left. We are out officially on Friday. So far, I'm just glad remote learning is done. It's been a hard journey getting kids making sure that they're doing their work and whatnot. We did see some trends of engagement going down these last few weeks, especially with some families that had to leave the state for emergencies and things like that. So touching base with those families, it was hard to know exactly what was going on. And obviously kids weren't doing their work and we were concerned. But overall, I believe as an entire class, we finished strong. And this last week of remote learning is just a lot about engaging with our end of year celebration. So we are currently having a talent show, and we're having a end of year celebration tomorrow with our grade level classrooms. And so yeah, that's kind of how we're still trying to hold kids together and keeping them engaged, and also giving parents resources that they could use during the summer to keep their kiddos busy.
Nice, thank you for that. Do you have any idea of like how your families and students are doing emotionally and mentally? Like, is that something that you've heard about from your families or your students?
I haven't really talked to them about that. We are going to deliver little caps tomorrow to our kindergartners, because at the end of the year we have a celebration where they obviously, they're officially graduating kindergarten. And so it's this huge event, and unfortunately we're not able to do that, but we wanted to still celebrate them in a different way. So we're going to, with the families that are okay with it, of course, we're going to deliver little caps and certificates. And so although I haven't necessarily asked them, obviously, I think I'll be able to gauge how they're feeling emotionally. I know we've told a few of them, hey, we're going over and we're taking these little presents for you, and they're super excited. I think more than anything, they want to see their teacher physically, and yeah, I hope that brings joy to them.
That's so exciting. I'm smiling just thinking about it. Like, I want to
I'm really
deliver
excited.
caps and certificates to kindergarten kids. Thank you so much.
We're taking a bunch of candy and pencils. I still am taking some work to them, so I know they're not going to be so excited about that, but got to keep them busy in the summer.
Yes, got to find a way to celebrate too, for sure. Have you heard from your admin or the district about any plans for summer? You mentioned a little bit about like giving parents resources for the summer. Have you gotten any direction from the district in regards to summer plans?
We haven't. I know that the district has been working really hard in releasing that information here soon. We do have a meeting today in the afternoon to discuss what our admin know about what's going to take place for the summer and just keeping us informed, but there really isn't much that we know quite yet. And I know there's plans on just different scenarios of what could happen next year, and just being prepared and ensuring that there is a plan so we all feel comfortable going into next year. But everything is just kind of up in the air, still trying to figure all this out.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's great that you're going to be providing stuff for students at home. I'm sure parents will really appreciate that. You spoke a little bit about like family engagement going down a little bit in your classroom towards the end of the school year, and I'm sure there's multiple reasons why. Is there anything else that you heard from families about like why they weren't able to engage? I know you mentioned some families had to leave the state due to emergencies.
Mm-hmm. I also think a lot of it, I did hear several parents say, Miss Uribe, it's getting too much. My kid doesn't want to write anymore. There were several days in a row where I would get messages from parents saying, so-and-so is just wanting to do math today and doesn't want to do writing. And at that point, I would tell the parent, hey, it's okay as long as they're doing what they like and they're doing some work. I also did send some motivational videos to some and just encouraging them like, hey, we're almost there. You got this. Let's finish strong. It worked for about 2 days. And then I got those messages again saying, hey, can't do any more work. So I believe it's a lot. Just students are exhausted, lots of screen time, and they're young. And some of these videos are obviously not as engaging to them as others. I have a lot of students who enjoy math more, obviously, than writing. So writing for them is a drag sometimes. But I believe they're just tired and they need a break.
I feel their pain.
Yes.
But you amazing. I think you're doing everything that you can within your power to help out students and families. So thank you. One of the concerns you had during our first interview was in relation to the progress of your students. You mentioned you were concerned about their progress. Have you been able to track their progress during this online learning? And have you seen any changes as we go into summer?
Not necessarily tracking, it's just there's no way of tracking whether, they are making that growth we wanted to see at the end of the year and how they're making it. But one thing I did observe from the videos I would get from the students who were really engaged with remote learning is that there was a lot of growth made. I had one little girl who at the beginning of the year barely knew her letter names and sounds, and by the end she was sending me videos of her reading her writing, something she couldn't do at the beginning of the year. So I didn't necessarily open up my computer and create an Excel sheet, which I would have done, right, if we were in school, but just seeing her read and add and subtract and just the way she grew, I know there was a lot of growth made with a lot of students, especially with the ones who had those parents who were engaging in remote learning and ensuring that they were watching the videos daily. I had a lot of parents too who would ask questions. Hey, is this the right way I'm teaching this concept? And that I can tell you that those are the students who really clearly have made growth from the videos and just writing that I saw being sent to me throughout these 2 months that we did remote learning.
That's great. And as always, it's always so great to hear about families engaged. So shout out to those families and the Montbello community that are engaged in their students' work and we're getting it done.
Yeah.
As always, Anataly, we thank you so much for your time to answer all of our questions, to sit down and talk to us. Thank you. We really appreciate you so much. Of course, all teachers, special shout out to you.
Special shout out to the graduating class too. We're so proud of them. And as you go, is it tomorrow to go give out hats and certificates?
Yeah, so we're splitting it in 2 days. We have a big class of 29, so I didn't want to overwhelm my coworker and I, and so we are delivering most of them tomorrow, some of them on Friday, but overall they're really excited, and I just can't wait to see their faces. It's been very long since we last seen each other, and yeah, special shout out to all those parents who our Montbello community that's been working so hard, and to all the teachers. It's been a hard journey and we've learned so much, but we made it. And although next year is not gonna, look the same, we're still gonna go in strong, hopefully, with all this chaos that's happening.
Yes, congratulations, class. We're so proud of you. Please tell them that we're proud of them.
Thank you, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. It's